Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Married to Medicine Season 10 Reunion Part 2. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you're back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Share with a friend. Hit that notification bell so that you will be updated each and every time I upload a video. Now, child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. When the episode first opens up, Quad is still talking to Dr. Jackie as she stands there and acts like it's more about Quad potentially leaking this information than it is what she said. Now, I could not be bothered with Quad kissing the ring when that lady sat there and didn't take an ounce of accountability. So I got up to get a refreshing beverage and we are what? Moving forward. Child, I felt like that was a mother and daughter's conversation and Dr. Jackie was scolding Quad and Quad was begging for forgiveness and to please give her cell phone back and she ain't gonna do it no more. Over on the other side, the men show up to see that their wives are all on the wall. They see the progression of 10 years. Of course, Eugene gonna always ride for Toya if he don't do nothing else. And as I was looking at these pictures, I see Phaedra sitting up there smiling. I said, Phaedra looked like a kid that transferred to a new school. It just ain't worked out yet. Now, maybe next season she'll mesh a little bit better, but this is just weird. Quad goes into Simone's dressing room saying that she was the issue and she's tired of them fighting and she wants to make it better. Now, I'm gonna tell you this. No, I don't believe that they should be ganging up on Quad or whatever it is that they did. But this is a new part of the reunion, so here we go. I don't believe for 1 second that Quad wanted to apologize to Simone or Jackie. I feel like being exiled from that trip scared the hell out of Quad. And now she's on an apology tour because y'all will not take my check. That's what it's giving me. I don't think she wants a relationship with these ladies. And what I thought about is that these women are my mother's age or older, actually. I don't know how old Dr. Jackie is, but I know she's in her 60s. But they're older than my mother. And Quad is what? I'm 41, so I think Quad is 45 maybe. They're not even, they don't do the same things. She likes to zip it and do it. Dr. Jackie likes to chart and watch social media. Like, they don't want to do the same things. So, of course, y'all are not going to hang out when you're not filming because what y'all going to do together? Y'all don't have anything in common. So those are some things that they need to take into consideration. And don't nobody want to sit amongst y'all while y'all talk about why she not married. Try please. Moving forward. So when they come back from the break, Andy said, well, I see that we've come to sort of a meeting of the minds between Quad, Simone, and Jackie. So Jackie talking about, we talked about accountability. Baby, that is laughable. You need to practice what you preach. She said, we talked about what support looks like. Anyway, Quad is like, yeah, we just needed to talk about it. I miss them sometimes. Anyway, next up, we see Sweet T's time on the season. Andy asked Sweet T how her health is going. And she told him that she did have her surgery and she's not considered infertile yet because being infertile means that you have been trying for a year or more and you're not getting pregnant. So, she was a little bit emotional about that, but things are getting better. Moving forward. So then Andy brings up Quad saying that Sweet T buys things from the parking lot from the African man. They showed them on Watch What Happens Live, Heavenly and Quad, that is. So Heavenly said, well, I said it because Sweet T told me that she bought some things from the supermarket parking lot because she wanted to look nice like everybody else. And when I heard that, I was like, shouldn't none of y'all be up here talking about first season looks? Because, baby, this whole stage was a struggle. The entire stage. Quad was like, well, it came across my desk. So Andy said, oh, it came across your desk. So then Andy brings up that Quad said that Sweet T dresses gingerly or I don't know, child. Tacky, basically. And Sweet T's like, why you checking for me? Quad said, a question was posed of me. I do not speak of you. Oh my goodness. Oh, Quad and her Shakespearean speech, baby. She gonna speak her Shakespearean speech if she don't do nothing else. Quad, please. Okay. Please. Sweet T said, well, you do talk about me. You talk about me on social media. You was making fun of the way that I speak. And then you were talking about Greg. You keep bringing him up. So then Quad said, well, that's our relationship. You will never be able to erase what we've gone through and what I've gone through with him. So baby, Andy eating his fruit. He's sitting back watching the show. Y'all don't give Andy no show. Don't do that. And ma'am, there's no reason to be shading Sweet Tea and bringing up Greg. Now, I agree with her. I'm sorry. If y'all had this volatile relationship and you've moved on, then why are you bringing him up? And for everybody that's going to say, well, she's on Quad's platform, baby. Quad ain't even on Quad's platform real good now. Okay, let's just be for real. Second of all, they're all on this show together, and Quad was making fun of her on social media. I saw it. And I feel like y'all giving it too much if you ask me, because he in the back looking goofy, acting like y'all fighting over him. Baby, I wish I would. I would have sat there just as perched. I'm sorry, Sweet Tea. I didn't mean to talk about your wardrobe, honey. I was having a day. I would have moved right on. And Quad, you did shade tea with Dr. Heavenly every chance you got. But Sweet Tea, what you have to understand, honey, is y'all are all on this show together. They are going to have to talk about you. Okay, now, should they do it in the way that they've done it? No. It was sort of like hazing. Let's just be serious, because Heavenly did the same thing to Cone Tessa when she first came on the scene. But I feel like Sweet Tea is getting it more. But one thing I can respect is that she holds her own. You say something to her, she gonna say something back. So then Sweet Tea starts yelling, move on. So then Toya said, well, Quad, why did you say she didn't fit in the group? Phaedra the one that don't belong, but ain't nobody gonna start talking about that. Okay. So then Andy said, Toya, now you wouldn't like it if Eugene came on the show with another woman. If he brought another wife after being married to you, you would be upset. Here go Toya lying, talking about, no, I would love it because I am an advocate for the show. And you know what? He would bring his wife and I would be right there with a hot man behind me. Okay, Toya, it's good in theory, but you know good and dang on well that you will be pissed. So please miss me with that. Everybody wants to say what they would do until they're in that situation. You would be upset. Point blank in the period. So then Sweet Tea starts talking about Heavenly and how she thought that she was going to be welcomed with open arms into the group. And Heavenly is the one that really brought her in the group. And then she started talking behind her back about a relationship. And she didn't really realize that Heavenly felt that way. And that's the reason why she didn't invite her to the wedding. Well, girl, Heavenly two-faced. Everybody know that. Everybody know Heavenly two-faced. So then they bring up Sweet Tea's live where she said Dr. Damon Daddy was cheating on Buddy. So in the back, Dr. Damon looks at Greg. He said, I've been knowing him 10 years. Do you think I'm a cheater? Greg said, I don't know. I don't know what you do. He said, no. Do you think I'm a cheater? Now, me personally, I can't stand Dr. G, but that's neither here nor there. That's just a side note. So he's asking him again. He said, you don't know what a man does in his relationship. Dr. Damon looked like he was about to take it there. Did y'all see that? I said, baby, he mad. Here go Curtis piping up, talking about it's a yes or a no. You seem like you being kind of evasive. So then Cecil was saying, yeah, it's a yes or a no. So they eventually got him to change his answer to no. But truth be told, he be pillow talking with Sweet Tea and he gonna ride for his woman and he thinks that Dr. Damon Daddy is a cheater, point blank in the period, and they ain't fooling me. I'm gonna tell you like my grandma told me, don't put nothing past nobody, because the minute you put it past them, you will be disappointed. Moving forward. So then Heavenly said, you know, my issue with Sweet Tea is I felt like she was being controlled and I felt bad for her. So then Sweet Tea was like, I didn't say that I was being controlled. Ma'am, you came in with your cowboy hat on and you definitely said you were being controlled. If you can't handle your liquor, then you shouldn't be drinking, because you definitely said that. Just remember, because I know that you're green and this is your first season, the mic is always hot. The mic is hot. The mic is hot. Hot, hot. Baby, the mic is on. So whatever you say shall, can, and will be used against you in the court of Andy Cohen while he sits there and eat his chocolate, honey, and watch y'all shuck and jive. Heavenly sitting up there acting like she care about Sweet Tea. Girl, you don't give a damn. You know dang all well that you just wanted to get her business. So I want her to put a little money to the side and join Dr. Heavenly University. Ma'am, it's giving ICDC college. Oh my goodness. Oh, honey, somebody called Romeo and Master P and them. Not Dr. Heavenly University. I went over there and looked at Dr. Heavenly University because I said, maybe I want to enroll for the fall semester. Y'all tell me why that university was high as hell. I said, oh, baby, I need to put in up a few more videos before this. Now, Dr. Heavenly, if you want to sponsor me and have me come on over there to the university and I can come on over here and try to recruit some people for you, then that's different. But, baby, I'm not paying a dime, child. I can't afford it. I can't pay the $5. So then Sweet Tea asked Dr. Heavenly, why were you on your YouTube channel saying that I lied about my endometriosis? Heavenly said, well, you know, I was just saying as a doctor, I would have researched more. I'm sorry, Heavenly, but you sat right up there each and every week dogging that lady out on their YouTube. You were just repeating what you read on Twitter, where people were saying that she was lying and she knew about her endometriosis, which is very insensitive because y'all don't know what goes on at people's doctor's appointments. That's nobody's place to say whether or not they think that she's lying. I feel like y'all pick and choose who to filter the truth from. Sometimes y'all want to believe, oh, no, she would never do that. No. But then as soon as it's her, oh, she lied. She been knew. Heavenly said, well, I just said as a doctor, I would have known much earlier. Let me tell you this. I had no idea I ever had fibroids or cysts on my ovaries until I became pregnant at the age of 32. And I was getting pap smears and checkups since the age of 18. So don't tell me that you can go through and just figure out, oh, I think I got this and oh, okay, it's been diagnosed. No. So then Dr. Jackie chimes in and she lets it be known that it's anywhere from 8 to 12 years before we find out because, especially as Black women, because the doctors dismiss our pain. Isn't that ironic? Simone said, yeah, and the diagnosis is surgical. Yes, please let all the internet doctors know, since you got your degree and you know everything. But my question to you, Dr. Jackie, is the doctors dismiss it? Are you one of those doctors? Okay, moving forward. So then Heavenly starts calling her a B, and Andy is like, girl, basically, why do you have so much smoke for Sweet Tea? What's the problem? Because she mentioned Dr. Damon Daddy. Y'all know she don't play about that man. She probably would have given Sweet Tea a pass had she not put her mouth on her marriage. But since she did that, Heavenly is like, girl, don't play with it. Okay? Don't play. Girl, don't play. Heavenly said that Sweet Tea is trying to get a reaction out of her. Heavenly, it comes off as you picking at her. It's one thing to have a disagreement with somebody. Speak your speech. She speaks her speech. We all know that Sweet Tea does not have the maturity level at times. She just spews out whatever comes to her mind. We know that. And so do you. And you said Dr. G was old as dirt. She could come back and say something about you. Andy took offense to the old as dirt comment. But at the same time, it's like you always just on one person. And that's not cool. So we move on from Heavenly and Sweet Tea. Alicia arrives. Dr. Alicia. Hey, girl. So Andy wants to know how her first season was. She basically said, a fool. They revisit Sonoma and how happy the ladies seemed when Quad left because it seemed like a dark cloud had been lifted. So we see a confessional where Simone is saying, you know, once Quad left, it felt like a dark cloud had been lifted off of the group. So then Quad was like, for you to imply that I am some kind of dark cloud, that's not cool. I'm a very positive and optimistic person. Don't be making it seem like I'm no dang on dark cloud. So then Simone was like, yeah, sometimes when you want to be. So then we switch over to Alicia. Andy brings up Dr. Kimma being home with their children for the first time when she went to Sonoma. So Alicia gave her answer, honey. It was giving Portia on her first season about Cordell. I want to cook his meals. Cordell is not perfect by far. And I know he watches me. Y'all remember when Portia got up there singing Amazing Grace? Ooh, child, I'm not finna play. It was giving very much Cordell had to work at the radio station, so he could not be at this reunion. He is not perfect by far. But I love me some Cordell, baby. That's what it was giving. But Alicia basically said, all jokes aside, y'all. Alicia says she enjoys being a mom. He works and they divide and conquer. Do whatever works for y'all, honey. I'm sick of hearing about it. If you like it, I love it. Moving forward. So then they bring up Heavenly describing Toya as lazy and have never worked a day in her life. Heavenly said, okay, I'll take back her never working a day in her life. But Toya is lazy. She said, Toya is a lady of leisure. Toya works hard and not working. That's what Toya does. And she must be doing something right, baby, because Eugene did an interview over there with Carlos, and he said that Toya making more money than him. And ain't nothing wrong with it. I want to also be a lady of leisure. Hell, teach me. Toya, what you need to be doing is putting together an ebook. How to be a lady of leisure. And if you use that, honey, I'm going to need a percentage, okay? Because y'all like to steal and y'all like to get my credit. Go ahead, put out an ebook for $1.99, $1.99. Run the numbers up. Because, baby, when I tell you I'm ready to be a lady of leisure, honey, leisure me. I got the lady part down packed. But leisure me, I'm all for it. I don't see nothing wrong with it, child. So then they show us a throwback of Alora with her little cute self and Simone and her sons. So Simone gives us some updates. She said that the boys are living together. They get along well. Here go Andy. Are they keeping up with the rent? Simone said, you mean mortgage? Rent? Andy said, well, I mean, they're living there for free. She said, yeah, now that you put it that way with your shady ass. I said, Andy loves to be shady to the black franchises. He know what he be doing. I'm glad Simone got him all the way together. Okay? Simone, you on my list, but I liked it. So then they bring up how in your face Toya is about sex and the boys knowing about it. Do they prefer Dr. Eugene and his medical approach, or do they prefer Toya and her tackiness? So Toya said her and Eugene are the perfect balance because one of them is like her and the other one is like Eugene. Now, and I love that. I love Toya and Eugene's family dynamic. Toya can be a bit much and in your face, but baby, if you don't teach them, they're going to learn it somewhere else. I'm just telling you. My parents didn't teach me nothing. I was at school trying to figure out, what are y'all talking about? And you stick it in where? Y'all been doing it? Baby, I would never forget it. Don't let your kids find out in the street, child. So then we move on over to Simone. And Simone is talking about how her and Cecil raised their boys. Simone said what she learned in therapy is that everyone gets to parent how they want. Cecil can parent the way that he wants, and she will parent the way that she wants. And they raised some amazing boys. Honey, I know that's right. So then Andy asked Dr. Jackie if Alora had been contacting her, and Dr. Jackie did say yes, but she didn't want to put the business out because, Heavenly her friend and whatnot. So she just said, HIPAA, I can't say nothing about it. Y'all remember when she had that Enfamil, Heavenly had that Enfamil in her cabinet? Well, we finally got the answer to the infamous Enfamil in the cabinet. This is what Dr. Heavenly said. Y'all move closer. If you didn't watch it, y'all, come in closer. Come in. Okay, y'all ready? She said, because Dr. Damon is allergic to milk, he uses the soy Enfamil in his cereal. He can't use anything else because he's allergic to it, but he can use that. Now, I ain't personally never heard of that, but I'm not a doctor. I've never heard of that because in my mind, I was thinking maybe I would suggest almond milk. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's true because it is oddly specific. I don't think you're just going to sit down and say, oh, Dr. Damon is eating it in his cereal if it's not true. So I'm going to try to give it the benefit of the doubt, child, honey. But the people was going up saying, child, you got a grandchild and the truth ain't in you. So then they asked Dr. Heavenly about her mom's one wish, which was her and her sister getting along and, making amends. She looks at Sweet Tea and she said, I want to thank Sweet Tea because when she made the disgusting comment about my mother being in hell, now she didn't say disgusting comment, but I'm saying it. She said her and her sister talked and it made her sister call her. Their relationship is getting much better. They've been texting and they talk every now and again. And I thought that's awesome. Sis was like, look, you need backup because baby, she got her twin, but you got me. And if it's about mama, I'm riding that, honey. I know that's right. Now, I don't know if I would be thanking Sweet Tea for saying my mama was in hell, though. I'd probably be sending her to hell myself first class with these hands. But that's just me. Baby, that's just me. Child, me and Sweet Tea would have been fighting on that set. You hear me? But I feel like Sweet Tea should have apologized. Sweet Tea now, you should have apologized, girl. So then the men come out. Andy speaks to everybody. He said, Curtis, are we flying in from the DR? When I tell y'all I hollered at that, I said, Andy, not you noticing he be down in that DR too. So Andy jumps right in and asks Dr. G about Phaedra. He said that they dated, they were hanging out. She was asking for $4,000 because the man has to do for her what she can at least do for herself. So then Andy said, well, did anything ever happen? He gonna say, not in real life. So all the women in the back like, girl, what? Oh, hell no. They are already all over your wife. Then you get up here and embarrass her further. He is such a corny loser. I don't see how he get no women. He got to be leading with that fiat or he got to be leading with that money or something. Because I don't even think Phaedra will be seen out in public with him if he didn't promise her $4,000. Oh, Sweet Tea, honey, you need to be cussing Dr. G out. Cussing everybody else out, you need to be cussing him out. So then they move on from him and his disrespect. And they ask Cecil about his golfing buddy and if he still talks to her. He said that he has not spoken to that woman since the day they left that stage. I said, I know that's right. That's what I'm talking about. You do it, then you stick to it. That's how you make your marriage work. I love that. Cecil, you're all right with me. So then we show the men's time on the show and they asked Greg why he invited the stripper to the wedding. He gonna say it was a theoretical question. And you would be getting a theoretical divorce as we speak. They wanted to know about how Damon felt about Alora leaving for college. He said that he's been sad more than he was with his boys because he misses her. They were close. So he wants his baby to come back home. Dr. G was questioned about why he would pretend that there were armed robbers in the house. He said, well, I want her to think about things differently. I love her and she just kept making the same mistake, not putting an alarm on. And I just wanted to take a different approach. Not him parenting his wife. I mean, he is older than our parents. But sir, anyway. So then Andy asked Kima what he meant about cutting your nutsack off. He said, well, what I meant was when I came to America, everybody was saying happy wife, happy life, which inferred that the men don't matter. It's all about making the woman happy. And he's not going to make her happy at the detriment of himself. And I was just like, sure. I think you meant it just like the way that they took it. But I do agree that the husband needs to be happy as well. I don't know who coined the phrase happy wife, happy life, but I more so subscribe to happy spouse, happy house. Because if my man happy and I'm happy and the children happy, then everybody's happy. But if I'm only being satisfied, then he's not, then that's not good. So I think Kima puts his foot in his mouth, but it's the way he words things that make you want to cuss him out. So Eugene said, well, I took it away because you started talking about the women have too much power. Me and Toya, we're equal. That doesn't make me less of a man. Eugene, you are absolutely right. He did say it that way, but he trying to backpedal. Kima said, well, I don't believe in 50-50, more like 49-51, because when it comes down to the situation and a decision being made, somebody has to take the lead. Damon said, well, I don't even believe in that because I don't have to toot my own horn for them to know that I'm the leader. They just know. I do like a man that can lead because sometimes I don't want to think about stuff. Just do it. But Kima seems misogynistic and ignorant at times. It's the way that he conveys the message. I think he needs to take a beat and realize what he's saying because he's not wrong. I do want my man to lead. I do. But you ain't finna step on me to lead. So Curtis tells him, you can't train a woman. They gonna do what they want to do. Just like K. Michelle said, you can't raise a man. He's already grown. What you gonna do? So then Kima said, well, I'm saying you can't train a human being. That's what I was saying. You have to come to common ground, especially when you have different cultures. And child, he was just backpedaling. But did y'all notice, okay, aside from whatever they talking about, did y'all notice how Curtis and Jackie gave each other a high and by and passing? I said, baby, something ain't right in that house. Now, y'all can fool some of the people some of the time, but you ain't fooling me. Because her just waving, everybody else's husband went in to give a little kiss, and she just chunked up the deuces and kept walking. I said, oh, baby, he just got off that plane from the DR, okay? But Kima, please spare us, honey. Now, all of a sudden, it's a joke. Yeah, right. So then Andy said, well, is oral sex a joke? He said, no, that's not a joke. I grew up in Jamaica, and in Jamaican culture, they don't talk about that out loud. That's taboo. They don't talk about it. And again, I must have met a different breed, honey, because he was talking, doing all kinds of stuff. Child, I don't know. Child, moving forward. So now it's time for the women to rejoin the men. Dr. G got asked if he was uncomfortable seeing Quad. He talking about, well, I'm in a different place in my life and I don't want to backtrack. Okay, so then why did you come back on this show? Y'all had to know that she would be a part of this cast. Y'all can't push her out just so y'all can be comfortable. Sir, if you don't get out of here, you should have stayed gone. So the women come out on stage to join the men, right? And they notice that it's a chair behind Phaedra. So everybody's like, what's going on? Why is there an extra chair? And Apollo shows up. Now, when he showed up, I was wondering, I wonder how Shireen feels about Apollo coming to this reunion. Now, y'all know he been caught on that Ring camera recording. Honey, he been caught on that Ring camera having Netflix and chilling, and it ain't with Shireen. But I knew someone right about them when they was over there on that couples boot camp, the one that I had reviewed. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then go ahead and check out my playlist because it's over there. Anywho, we know that he does what he wants to do. So he probably came against Shireen's better judgment. And Phaedra, you sitting there quiet because you know that Apollo is just like him too. Apollo act just like him. Y'all remember how he used to act over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta? If you don't know, child, go watch seasons 3 through 9. Toya was grinning from ear to ear. I said, girl, put your teeth away, baby. Smiling. Phaedra said, let me pull a stunt. Baby, Phaedra said, let me pull a Uno reverse because I gave nothing during this season. And that was the end of Reunion Part 2. Comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about Reunion Part 2. I thought that it fell a little bit flat. I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was nothing to phone home about. Y'all let me know. Please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.